Baby, the more things change, the more they stay the same, honey. Whoo, boy. Okay, so listen. Thank you for clicking on the video. Okay, this is my review for House on Fire. This is season one. This is episode 3. And like I said, the more things change, the more things stay the same. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't know my people. I know my people. Yes, I'm an old queen, but you young ones, honey, y'all ain't doing nothing no different than things were when I was coming. You, child, that AJ, baby, y'all better watch. Let's we starting off. Here we go. Y'all better watch that heavy tongue queen, honey. He got something for y'all. You hear me? AJ, you is one messy. Baby, he is messy. He is messy, and it screams Butch Queen, honey. This is if you never know what a Butch Queen is, this is the representation sometimes that I mean, Butch Queens come in all the. I'm a Butch Queen. I do drag, that whole thing. Listen, then you got Butch Queens like AJ. They're cute. They've been told all their life, oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so sexy. And it goes right up here, and they believe the hype. And it is what it is. He does have a sex appeal about him. He is cute. But he got some ways about him that, baby, I wouldn't walk to the corner store with him. Honey, I don't trust Miss AJ with Exotic for one moment. And Exotic, Mother Miyake Mugler, girl, you doing the most. You doing the most because your ego is catering to the behaviors of AJ, which are bad behaviors. Don't mess up what you got going on, fooling around with AJ. AJ is not. Listen, mother. Listen to old mother, honey. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You messing around with AJ, you gonna come up insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. You gonna mess around. You gonna come up empty, fooling with AJ. AJ is gonna rip your goddamn relationship apart, and you still ain't gonna get what it is that you have with Lorenzo. Now, don't be no fool because you're stupid. Now, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't trust him not one moment. It's really, he says it over and over and over. That's the part I believe about AJ. When AJ says, I'm going to get what I want what I want, he does. He wants what he wants, and he don't mind stepping over anybody to get it. He really, really does not. And Exotic ain't the only one that need to watch out for him. Lorenzo, not the only one that needs to look out for. Miss Chanel, with your big, beautiful self, you need to watch out too. You good, you're good, girl. You on it, you on top of things. But you like a little AJ. You like a little AJ. And you know you got a little mess down in there real deep. You got a little mess in there. And I don't think your little mess is enough to deal with that Butch Queen. That Butch Queen got something for all of y'all. All of y'all. Oh, she's messy. Oh, she's just in all the circles and she's just running her mouth and she's just over here and she's just over there. She's the type of bitch you see get beat up outside the ball. Get tore up outside the ball, and the house will have to go save him. And then y'all want to beat his ass when y'all get to the meeting, because when y'all get down to the end of it and figure out all the things he's been doing, playing all ends against the middle. Butch Queen. Butch. Y'all know the reference. Y'all know the reference. Baby, listen, we're going to get to all that. Miss Tati. Tati sat and talked with Yusuf. She spooked herself. She literally spooked herself. She looked beautiful. But she got some stuff that she dealing with on the inside. There's some insecurities that she dealing with on the inside. But that's her self-saboteur. That is actually, and she let it get her. Because you looked lovely, sweetheart. You really did. You looked lovely at the latex ball. But you let your self-saboteur get in your head, girl, and you spooked yourself. Miss Brooklyn got a lot going on too. And I felt bad for Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn's young. And Brooklyn's like, I'm just winning. And I'm bored. And it's not fun. And they told you, right, take it to the next level. Don't ever take it for granted. Don't ever take it for granted. You're a diva, a voguing diva. Maybe you could twist your ankle tomorrow, and then you will not be anymore. And it is, listen to me now. The kids will forget about you so fast, it will make your head spin. So please don't take it for granted. It came across so ugly. You know, this, I'm just winning. You can stop winning. You can stop winning. You can stop being featured. You can get some bitches that or be against you just to be against you. See this? You know, come in close, my love. You know how the girls are. Get back, see this, and go forward to start chopping you and carrying on. You know how this works. But don't take your talents for granted because they could be snatched away from you like that. Listen to your mother and father, honey, when they told you, take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Go teach classes. Go teach bitches how to do it. Don't teach them everything that you know, because you still got to be able to compete with these hoes. But just take it to the next level. But to speak that out loud, you may not want to. You may not want to. There's a lot of jealous people that will be in your midst. People love to be around talented people. They love to be around people who garner attention for themselves naturally. They'll never be you. They'll never have what it is that you have, that natural thing. They won't have it, but they don't have a problem with destroying you. So just be very, very careful, my love. So I was like, oh my God, that whole little scene, just I was like, oh my God. So, you know, it was cool. That whole little conversation they were actually having at that cookout, and then basically had like an impromptu meeting that they ended up having at the cookout right there. It was, I gagged when AJ spoke out of turn. AJ was speaking like he was already a part of the house. You're not a part of the house, darling. And Exotic checked him, and that was a face crack. It was a face crack. It was meant to be a face crack. And you know why you got it? Because you did too much with Lorenzo. It really wasn't about you speaking out of turn so much with Exotic. It really was about you tried Lorenzo. And Exotic gave you, let me sit you down, Butch Queen. Let me have you have a seat. And he gave you, honey, and tore your face up, honey. And you had to take that walk of shame away from the table. And I know you didn't like that, because that don't seem like that would even work for you at all. But you got it because you deserved it. You were doing the most, thinking a bit too much of yourself a bit too quickly, and you got your face cracked. Anyway, but again, it really wasn't about the speaking out of turn, Exotic. I see you, honey. It was about him disrespecting Lorenzo. I get it, and I concur. I'll allow it. I was here for the pettiness of it all. Don't do my man. It's cute. You make me smile. You make me laugh, bitch. Don't do my house. Don't come shake my foundation. Don't do that. I get it. Moving on. Tati and Chanel and Brooklyn had a conversation, and Brooklyn shared that she is going to go. She's actually started into her transition. Now, here's where the issue comes, because there's an integrity issue here now, because you are holding on to this that your butch queen's up in drag. It's not fair, my love. See, you double talking. You backpedaling and pussy popping because you're bored, because you're winning. You're always winning, this, that, thing, and the other, but you're setting yourself up in a position so you can keep on winning. So either you lying now or you lying then. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go on over to Femme Queen performance. You're not ready for Femme Queen performance. You're not so sure you can go over there and just win. You can't be the princess of Femme Queen performance, right? So you will hide and gamble with being exposed so you can stay over here and keep whooping up on the butch queens up in drag. Now, that's not fair, sweetheart. That's not fair. That ain't fair at all. So you're going to buy into some trouble with that. So I ain't like that. That kind of makes me nervous. And again, your transition is serious. Now, love the ballroom and all of that. Love the ballroom. But the ballroom is only real while the ball is going on. Really, your transition is your real life. You don't make decisions for your real life based on the ballroom, because that's you barking up the wrong tree. You will never be happy that way. You will never be happy that way. You don't base your transition and how you're going to move about in your transition on no categories at no ball. You know they could change the category just like that. Can you change what your life is doing just like that? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. So you got a lot to think about, a lot to learn, a lot to be careful. Be careful. But I'm glad that your trans sisters actually do have your back. They made you feel comfortable. They made you feel welcome, and they made you feel as though you could actually talk to them. So that was really, really good. Let's move on to this whole Exotic and Lorenzo thing, honey. And Lorenzo, I was wondering, I'm like, okay, how nice is Lorenzo? Lorenzo's nice, but Lorenzo not crazy. Okay, so we found a little more about Lorenzo. Lorenzo not crazy at all. He know what it gives. He know what's up. And like he said, he told him, when it comes to that AJ bitch, I'm nice until I'm not. I said, oh, he clocked it all. I said, yes, Lorenzo. See, I'm Team Lorenzo. Told him, I am nice until I'm not. Butch Queen. Butch. Honey, the Butch Queen is going drama, honey. That AJ with his cute little self, honey, told I'm nice till I'm not. I'll yank that hoe, honey. I said, okay. And then we found out when it comes to the whole marriage thing, he would love to pursue marriage with Exotic, but not at this present time. But we found out that he's been married before. He's been married before. So I said, okay, all right. All the drama. I said, this is all that you need, honey. Hit TV show, honey. And this is actually, ain't nobody really, I don't think nobody's putting on for a camera. This is what really goes down. Trust me when I tell you, this is the shit that goes down. It just is. Come on, gays, honey. Do what y'all do. What y'all do. We are not any different than our heterosexual counterparts. Our heterosexual counterparts, y'all be having all kind of love triangles going on, and y'all always jumping in and out of stuff, and here's a threesome, and then the shit go left, and we are no different. We're no different than nobody else. Child, the drama is just the way we approach our drama. We tend to be a bit entertaining and a bit colorful. You know, it's hard to turn away when we do what we do. But everything is the same. It's the same. It's just as messy. It's just as involved. It's just so. So I like 3 episodes, and here we go. Anyway, love y'all for real, honey. So Miss Chanel, she done met up with AJ. See, when he came to the door, I said, "Oh, here go the bullshit." See, here go the bullshit. He's coming for exotic. He said this is what he's very open with that. He's coming for exotic. He wants exotic, but he really want exotic, or you want what you want? You want to use exotic for what you want, and you'll take some booty too while you at it. I'll take them. You know, it's a good look, and that's what it's about. It's a good look. I think it's all very opportunistic. I really do. I really do. I think he wants to use it as a feather in his cap to get into the house and that kind of thing, and then be trying to run something. I see you, honey. I have to say, Chanel, from the door, she's a little sweet on him. She think he cute. She think he cute, and I don't think that she mind banging him around a little bit. Now here goes the other thing. Now there's this girl code thing go on out here. This is where sometimes we run into this thing because exotic is a butch queen. Chanel is a femme queen. I love the dynamic of how they are getting along. You add a man into it, shit will get very murky in the water very quickly. And I don't give a goddamn that she is mother. Shit will get murky very quickly. I'm like, okay. When we found out that AJ likes exotic, for me, all that other shit should be off the table. Should nobody else even be looking at him? But again, am I just old or I just got my own ways? I ain't dating no exes of none of my, that's rules I've always lived by. When I wasn't a house mother, when I was a house brother, house sister, and all that shit, when I was all places that I was in the house and stuff, I don't do leftovers. I don't do leftovers. And I don't want to be in that weird position where I'm sitting at a table eating dinner with a bitch that done seen underneath my boyfriend's clothes, and I'm sitting there and they're looking at each other, and I ain't got time for that shit. I don't like those muddy waters. I really don't. I don't care for that. But anyway, so they go in there. We dancing in this little line. So we're gonna do this little OnlyFans shoot. Now I was living for the fact that she shared her success on OnlyFans. Kudos to you, Miss Chanel. I'm here for it. Listen, I live, girl. Get money, bitch. Get money, bitch. And she's beautiful. So it doesn't surprise me not one little bit that the boys be after Miss Chanel up on that OnlyFans, and probably some of the girls too, honey. But she's a beautiful something, honey. So I get it. I get it. The scene was hilarious with the bloopers and child her on that bed, honey, and the bed done tilted. I said, girl, wait a minute now. You thick. You thick, sis. Linked up on that bed, girl. They gave. I said, oh, that was so hilarious. It was hilarious. They were so comfortable with each other and everything. Y'all was so comfortable with each other. He's up there rubbing on mother's goodness, honey. I said, look at him. So here's a question, AJ. Did you sample the dark arts with Miss Chanel, honey? Here's the answer. See, I was on Instagram, and the girls were in a live. I dropped down in the live, and I watched a little bit of the live, and that question came up, and Mr. AJ said that he didn't do that with Chanel. Now here's the question: do I believe you? Chanel wasn't present. Do I believe you? Do I believe you didn't sample the dark arts with Sister Chanel? Y'all tell me what y'all think down there in the comments. Chanel wasn't there, so I can't say. But for some reason, I don't believe nothing that come out of AJ's mouth. Between AJ and Lena, them two bitches, I don't believe shit that come out of their mouth. I think they are two opportunistic ass whores, honey. The both of them. They make good TV, but I don't trust either one of them whores no further than I can see them, honey. Listen, moving on. Careful with him, Miss Chanel. Careful with him, sister. Anyway, moving on. Lena and Brooklyn. Brooklyn reached out to Lena. They go and they have this little picnic and they have this whole, come to trans moment and it's all this, that, and the other. And then through it, we find little sis don't know so much about her trans history. She definitely does need to brush up on her, what happened before her. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Who did it before me? How did they do it? So you can kind of avoid some of the mistakes, okay? Because that's the big part. The accolades are what the accolades are. These people have already gotten their accolades, and it does come natural. As you go through different processes, you're going to gain knowledge, and that's going to come. But you have to have a little more respect for the knowledge. It's going to help you in the long run. And that was all that Lena needed to do. The whole thing of the integrity of posing as a butch queen in drag kind of came up. So Lena wasn't bad with that. That's the thing. I was like, all right. But Lena was kind of rubbing me wrong. Because again, her confessionals are so sideways. And her confessionals, again, she literally, let's just call it what it is. Lena's using Brooklyn. She's using Brooklyn and that little relationship with Brooklyn to try to impress Exotic and to try to impress Yusuf. Call it what it is. She don't give a fuck about goddamn Brooklyn. She don't. She sees Brooklyn as competition. She ain't going to admit it right now, but you see her as competition. You see her and you see what it gives. You see how moist it is for little sis. And she ain't even got nothing going on yet. You see the potential. You see where she's going to go. You can see it. And you see her as competition. Because you see everybody as competition, don't you, Lena? Icon status, right? Insecure much? I ain't so sold on you. I'm not so sold. Girl, Miss Thing, you're lovely, bitch. You are, bitch, you are lovely. You are. But Miss Thing, one thing I can't do is no bitchy queen, honey. And you come across bitchy and very insecure. Very insecure. You put up a good face, but no. And you deserve all the respect that you get for things. But girl, you deserve to be called out when you're being a bitch. And it seems you're doing that most times. Anyway, moving around. We seen Tati go to therapy, so that was cool. I love that they showed, there's nothing wrong with therapy, and it actually is needed. It actually is needed. Going through a trans experience, it's a lot. It's a lot. You are literally fighting your natural order, and your body's going to go through all types of stuff. You're literally like forcing. It's kind of like, like women go through menopause. You're kind of like jumping a step and kind of like forcing yourself into it. And some women lose their minds during menopause. So that's like a whole hormonal thing. You're literally bringing it on voluntarily. You know what I mean? So you got these male hormones and female hormones, and they're fighting within you. It is a lot. It is a lot. I have many trans girlfriends. It's a lot. They go through a lot, and you need someone to talk to. You need someone to talk to. Don't run from that. There is nothing wrong with therapy, and I believe that it is actually really necessary because, again, even with the midst of all of that going on, you got trans folks that's going to be against you because the lovelier you are, bitch, the more problems they're going to give you, honey, because you are Competition. You are the competition. Welcome to the real world. It is what it is. And then you got folks that don't even approve of trans. You got them assholes at you. You get it from all sides. Therapy is necessary. It's necessary to make sure you stay strong so you can fight the fight. And it is. It's a fight. It's a constant fight. You thought being gay was a fight, Joe. You got that now on top of some more shit. So Tati's over there. Tati is struggling with confidence and body image. That's a whole trans situation. I don't know one trans girl who has not had to walk that road. So pay close attention, Brooklyn. Pay close attention and don't run from that. That is necessary. That is going to help you in the long run. Now, okay, so here we go. Lena spoke with AJ about Brooklyn, basically spilled all her tea. She's talking out of both sides of her mouth, spilled her tea. Then this was when they went down to they all were together and they did the float and all of that stuff for gay pride. This episode led into gay pride. And honey, listen, she was just floating around there. She talked to AJ. She spilled her tea to AJ. She spoke with Exotic and Yusuf. When she spoke to Exotic and Yusuf, she was given that everything's all good. Oh, I love speaking to her, this, that, and the other. And then she slid and sideways spilled her tea to Exotic. She wasn't ready for Exotic to know her situation yet, but she spilled the tea to Exotic. I said, look at this bitch. And then she turned around and the whole thing with AJ, see, her and AJ are like one and the same is what I'm seeing. They both got that thing. They sisters and brothers already. They sisters in the chaos demon way, honey. And the two, she spilled it and was given very much, honey. I'm not giving the game. The game is not to be given, bitch. Just to be sold, bitch. I ain't creating no more glamazons, honey. Well, girl, that's what you're telling Exotic and AJ, that you willing to create a glamazon, but now you over here talking to Heavy Tongue and you saying something different, bitch. Girl, not very likable. She's not coming across very likable, honey. Y'all need to get rid of her pronto, honey. Y'all already got rid of her once. Like, she's already gone. Don't y'all bring that problem back up in there on y'all. But whatever. Here's the big deal. They got to ride the float for the Trevor project. That is a big deal. It was a good look for the Trevor project, and it was also a good look for the Miyake Mugler house. So that was a big deal. It was lovely to watch. Looked like so much fun. It really was nice. That really, really was nice. Okay. Then afterwards, they had a little rooftop party, and the BS continues. Honey, Miss AJ was with the bullshit up at the party, honey. Exotic shut him down yet again. Shut him down because he was doing the most yet again. And Yusuf checked him about Chanel when it came out that he was doing this whole little thing with the whole OnlyFans thing with her. And they were like, girl, what is that giving, honey? It's not, no, it wasn't nothing. Very opportunistic, very sideways, very much using all ends against the middle. It's a lot. It's a lot. Exotic actually did pull Brooklyn to the side, and Brooklyn denied it. She was a little shocked at the fact that Exotic was coming at her with it. I'm sure it was the feeling of being exposed, the feeling of being betrayed by this bitch who you kind of bared your soul to, and the first thing she do is betray you. Thank God she did it here, but it was when it comes up. What about if she does it in the ballroom? She could destroy you in the ballroom. As well as the ballroom doesn't trust you. Going to be on you like white on rice. So it was a whole lot. It was a whole lot. But in this episode, we got to see the two chaos demons, honey. AJ and Miss Lena, honey. The two of them are very, very opportunistic. They are very sneaky. They both bear watching. No tea. I don't dislike them. They cool. Everything that they got going on, they got wonderful, wonderful assets. You know what I mean? They really do. But the bitches bear watching. That's just the way it is. They I've gotten to a point where I'm older. I wouldn't want them in my circle of friends. But as far as the house goes, they can bring things to the house, but you should always make sure that you're using them and not that they're using you all, honey. Let them believe that they're using the dolls while all along the dolls are using them. If you know what's going on, then it ain't no tea. If you really know what's going on with them, then ain't no tea, child. We using each other and it's cool. Child, I'm just an old bitch and I ain't got time for that, child. I wouldn't walk to the corner store with neither one of them. They's worried about Raws, honey. Them two, honey. Anyway, listen, that was episode 3. I will catch y'all on the next one. I hope you all are watching the show. Get your little subscriptions and get out here and watch this show, child. Give the kids what they need, honey. Give the children what they need, honey. Come on here. They're creating content for you all. They're giving you some real live reality TV, and I am here for it. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.